You saw the title, and you're probably wondering, but you don't know how to cook? That's right. I know nothing about cooking, in the food industry at least. You know what I do know how to do? Cook. Video games. I do know how to do that. Watch my last stream. I absolutely fucking cooked. Okay, I cooked, okay? And so I decided, cooking Roblox confined meat is not gonna work. What's another word for cooking? I've used frying, I've used baking at 350 for 60 minutes. I've used I've used cooking. So I just what is it? Frying at 350 degrees oil for cooking it. Anyways, welcome to frying in 350-degree oil. More specifically, it as if you're frying at people or 6-year-olds on Roblox who think they can get away with hacks. You know what I say then? You. We're about to absolutely destroy. I don't care how many hacks you have. You're done. Okay? Get the fuck out of my lobbies. Okay, get the fuck out. Let's get into it. What the f did I just do? I actually just did Roblox. Yes, I did UK stuff recently. I was fucking bored last night. Don't judge me. Just put it out. I had to warm up. Oh my god, he's less than 0, no! That's fine. Oh wait, okay, I got there for that. Why did you do that to me? Alright, I did join him, guys. They don't say that. More fast reloads? Are you joking? Or is that just like stacked time? What the fuck? God, what the? This isn't natural. highest streak one. It's because this motherfucker could not lay off the ice. Maybe it doesn't have still my fucking game. Oh god, make all the water. See my man. Yeah, just catch it. even do that. I can't do that. He's just destroying the fucking lobby. Like I can't do that. I can't fucking do that. I'm sorry. Reacting to the video for the rest of the time because what he's doing is not okay. And you might think, oh my god, he's having fun. No, those are the best hacks I've ever seen. Like he's shooting through walls, one shotting people, and everything in between. Hold up, who's watching? Hold up. Alright, people watching. Nice. What's up? How you doing? That's fine. Alright. This dude might not like it, but like this dude is just that Tony. So we're going to do a challenge I saw on YouTube the other day. We'll watch EAS scenarios and EBS scenarios until I get scared. And this is 7:38 p.m. broad in daylight. So it's gonna get me scared. But I get scared easily. So EAS. I did not type in Easy E. You. Alert World is good, actually. Let me just go back and watch some of his early videos. Shut up. I don't want to watch that video. Yeah, this dude hasn't posted in a while, though. Turn it down a little more so I don't alert my family that there's an imminent emergency. What should we watch, though? Okay. I don't really want to watch any SCV scenarios. I'll watch this. I have no idea how. This is it. This is the one that I watched. And the Wars He Welsh were very good.
Now that is a bundle.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards.
Listen, I grew up in the US where, yeah, where I'm trying to like, it's a very low standard of a ESOA system. And so the thing is, it's like there is it's like that's our emergency alert system. And it's bullshit. But the government's had a lot of training to do that stuff. It's wrong, and so I instantly freaked the fuck out right here. And so when I heard that, I go, because I'm like, what the fuck?
February 26, 2016.
This isn't loud enough.
This is an emergency message from WikiLeaks regarding an imminent danger to the public safety. Following testimony from several whistleblowers and intercepted secret FBI transmissions, We are delivering this highly important warning message to all American citizens. You must observe the following safety measures immediately. Never go out without a serious reason. Avoid speaking to strangers. Carry a self-defense weapon at all times. A military experiment aimed at integrating technology with the human brain had disastrous effects. A group of individuals subjected to the tests escaped from a secret military neurotechnology center located in...
I'm not scared from this. This is fine. But what I'm scared about is like my family coming in and being like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And like, I like this stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna maybe someone to be like, "What the fuck?" If it's inappropriate, I think like they're gonna think,
Austin, Texas.
they're gonna think like, "Are you watching conspiracy theory?" No, I'm just watching this dumb shit.
The fugitives are extremely dangerous. They have been programmed to execute mind transfer from other humans' brains. They are able to use neural weapons. So far, 9 citizens had their brain damaged after what seemed to be an attempt to hack their mind. No media...
That's a weird drawing, my man. Like this is a fine drawing of a head. A little bit weak to the eyes, but that's fine. That's a head. This is a fucking alien. You cannot tell me that that's a fucking alien. Okay, that's fucking weird. Why'd you have to do that, man?
Outlet reported on these occurrences in accordance with the FBI's instructions. We warn you to be vigilant and to report to the authorities any person who acts strangely in your entourage. The fugitives have the...
Oh, gee. Oh, someone shitting on the side of the street? Yeah, report to the FBI. No, that's just a homeless person in LA. Calm down. You leave them alone, they're gonna shit on the side of the street. I'm gonna go buy their band. They're gonna be recording the FBI. It's weird. Again, it's the guy here. I took a trip to the LA, went to Santa Monica, and it was his first trip to the United States, and it was not a good first impression. One dude shit on the side of the street, one dude was a camera. So one dude was drunk, one dude was on drugs. Anyways, yeah, that's fucking weird.
Ability to download your mind via eye contact. Run away from people who look you in the eyes. It is expected that the fugitive individuals will soon take dangerous actions against society.
Oh, like what? Downloading all our minds on the community? Yeah, don't companies already have a lot of data anyways? Like, if my mind is on the internet, I mean, there's worse things out there. Not many worse things, but I mean, probably someone else's mind is worse. It's like my thoughts don't really around on the internet. Rule 34 exists.
If you work for one of these agencies, United States Department of Homeland Security, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, National Security Agency, United States Department of Defense or Federal Bureau of Investigation and wish to share classified information, contact with at 778-330-238.
Should call that number.
9. Use a burner phone. At the end of the conversation, remove the cell phone battery and then destroy the device. Dispose of the parts of the device in a public trash. Make sure you are not being followed.
That's the kind of stuff this dude does. And it's decent, okay? But, like, I'm already starting to get a little, like, uneasy here. And also his intros are great. Like, that's a fucking fire.
March 10, 2016. This is an emergency message from WikiLeaks regarding an imminent danger to the public safety. Following
Also, I would like to point out how did this random website, WikiLeaks.org, get access to the emergency alert system in Austin, Texas? That seems a little...
testimony from several whistleblowers and intercepted secret FBI transmissions, we are delivering this highly important warning message to all American citizens. Report update. Our investigations show that the fugitives can scan the brain and detect the IQ level. We address mainly people with an IQ of 140 and above.
So like 5 people.
You are vulnerable to mind transfer attacks.
Oh no, 5 people under mind control. Oh no, like don't we have like 40,000 iPad kids under the mind control of TikTok in the United States alone, let alone Europe and China? That doesn't worry me at all.
Stay clear of any stranger. Do not open the door to postmen, delivery persons. At work, stay alert when speaking to a new colleague.
Oh, I watched this point. It's a really creepy video. I don't know how they got that, but it felt like the planning on that must have been weird.
Avoid any eye contact with people you don't know. Wear dark sunglasses.
What was that weird? You don't know.
Two biologists from Phoenix, Arizona, working for the federal government were found with their brain paralyzed after using new cell phones. Observe these
Put a piece of aluminum foil over the microphone. How the fuck are they gonna
rules. They will save your life. Avoid or stop using your cell phone in public places. When you speak, keep the phone at
love how there's just like a secure your mind. You have this 5 people and they're all conspiracy theorists already.
least 10 centimeters distance of your head. Put a piece of aluminum foil over the microphone. We strongly advise population to secure their mind. We have been informed that a non-disclosed number of security cameras in the city of Tucson, Arizona have been hacked and used to extract data from the mind of at least 5 persons.
What data are they gonna use? Okay, chances are if they look into my mind, they're gonna find some military fucking shit about the CRAM system, and they're gonna be like, why is this dude thinking about a CRAM system being fired at a at a British Lancaster dropping bombs on a pillow? Like that's what I think of. Yeah, they're gonna look at my mind and go like, moving on to someone who has an IQ higher than 5.
Who came close to them. Disconnect and destroy your Wi-Fi security cameras immediately. When manipulating the cameras, do not look into the lens. Our sources revealed that a mind-controlled drone attacked a group of researchers working on a secret project on board of a military vessel. They lost contact.
So can't the U.S. military scramble jets in 45 minutes and shoot down anything within 2 hours? This shouldn't have happened if the U.S. military were like, hey, hey, carry me back and try to shoot it down. Boom, done. 20 million rounds all over it. Not operating.
Conscience and were diagnosed with total amnesia. Warning: the use of drones is dangerous. Radio communication between the remote control and the drone can easily be intercepted and used for other purposes.
Problem with that, there's like specific frequencies that the human mind uses compared to radio waves, because the human brain doesn't use radio waves. And so, like, what this is like, the frequency, also the freak, so it's not usually. Also, what the hell are they going to do with radio? Radio is just another type of light that can pass through any, in fact, it can pass through the human body without intercepting. In fact, there's probably radio waves passing through me right now. If there's a microwave, boom, radio waves. Radio waves can't do shit to you unless you're standing pretty much right next to like a 4 kilowatt projector. Radio waves, and it can fuck your mind just because you're spewing high radiation at it. But it can't do any real damage. Like that's not how that works. I'm not saying this because I think it's real. I'm saying it because there's like problems with it.
Drones sold to the public with an integrated camera can become a real danger. If you notice a small or medium-sized flying object, immediately take shelter in a safe place. Do not try to get in touch with the drone.
Also, civilian drones have like a 400 feet distance from them. And so, like, I have a drone, like, you guys can see it. I have to figure it out. Show you how bad this. It's that. Okay, no, not sponsored. But the problem with that is that can't have a very long distance, and so probably the max you could get is like a lot of people are like, oh, look at that, immediately away. Like, they're not gonna do anything. I couldn't get this thing. I couldn't get this thing to 120 feet off the ground before it was like, we have lost connection with your item. What? Weird. Oh shit! It's gonna. Okay, hold on. There's a weird fucking video next, and I'm warning you guys. This is scary. Okay, I don't know why it's scaring me. Just perfect time for an ad. Give it a shot. That is the planning that had to go into that. Because the problem is that alone isn't very weird. What is weird is the fact that they had to get on a road and do this and make sure nobody else saw us. Because I'm pretty sure if someone else saw us, they'd be like, "Are these motherfuckers okay?" And they are. Are they like? That's weird. What are you doing? Just run them over. Like, why are they like? Oh god, I just got a couple messages. That's you okay? Damn, Bo is crashing the fuck out. He's a- Interesting. Again, the fucking
April 4th, 2016. This is an emergency message from WikiLeaks regarding an imminent danger to the public safety. Following testimony from several whistleblowers and intercepted secret FBI transmissions, we are delivering this highly important warning message.
So we're just gonna ignore the fact that they used the exact same intro with the first and second one.
To all American citizens. This is top secret information we just have received. Donald
Donald John Trump is crazy. Is that the middleman? Huh. What is Trump's middle name? Oh my god, it's John. Jesus, he's old. I never knew that.
Donald Trump's mind had been manipulated through thought control techniques. The president is now in the custody of a military medical team. These developments are not known to the media. The White House will conceal the truth by using a lookalike. Follow these rules in order to avoid manipulation and fake news. Do not trust any report pretending it was released by the actual government unless the last sentence of the text ends with the word safe. Share this message with your friends and family. Be warned that most likely the hackers will continue to attack population in various ways, including computers of any kind. When you don't need to be connected, we advise you to turn off your Wi-Fi router. This advice is applicable for mobile devices as well. Turn them off as often as possible when you don't need them. Do not use desktop or laptop computers for more than 1 hour daily. When using a computer, wear a safety gloves padded with aluminum.
The hell? That's not how it works.
Cover and turn off any microphone, camera, and do not use wireless mouse. We are aware that taking such drastic measures has a high danger of receiving mocking coverage from the media. This message's sole purpose is to provide you with the information that has
Yeah, it's because you're targeting conspiracy theorists with an IQ of 140, which is about 5 people, 3 of them being conspiracy theorists. Fuck you.
been gathered and properly validated so you may make better judgments. Extreme danger for persons.
One second. Let me get some water. Yeah, why did this thing close? Yeah. By the way, Shot, I'm already scared. Like, I know it's not real, but my brain is like, fuck that shit.
With hearing aids implants. At least 42 users of bionic implants across the state of Nevada became paralyzed and many of them died. Our informer reported that the scientific police have determined that most probably the implants have been used by the fugitive criminals to attack the brains of the victims. In case you wear a hearing aid implant, you must take an appointment with your clinic, as they can remove it immediately. While waiting, protect your ears with metallic caps.
Well, you're gonna get those.
The criminals managed to transfer dangerous thoughts into the mind of people who live in the Bay Area. We have been informed about 5 cases when victims had their mind rewritten. Under the effect of a new personality, the victims might take terrorist actions. There are many clues that lead us to believe that the derailment of the BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, was caused by one of these people. Contact the authorities as soon you notice someone in your entourage is acting strangely. Do not approach any person who acts strange in public. Keep a legally owned weapon in handy in case they attack.
At this point, do it illegally, man. Just change your AK-47 to an automatic. Like, nobody's gonna freaking care.
You.
Okay. I'm scared, chat. Yo, those are awful. Those are different pictures. Nevertheless, they're still awful. That's terrible. Nice. Why Midway? Unpopular opinion, no, it's good. As a two-digit IQ individual, I suddenly feel better about the day than a chance to stay over years. Me, autistic, intensely addressed eye contact, my type of screen. Why is it showing the combination by the age show? That one's good though. SCP-308. Right? That one's good. SCP-4162, an egg that kills you for no reason. That is the best EAS scenario and best SCP I have ever seen. Good job whoever created that. Good job. Use a flashlight to continue so it's crazy. Ooh, Area 51 is good. Martial law is crazy. But yeah, I'm freaking scared right now. Yeah, it doesn't have much. Play on. There is that orbit. That one's good. I'll go for Evergreen. I'll give away what's in there. That one is good.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
Hey, where
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like I said, I was from America, and that fucking sound, makes my body scared because it makes me think that there's something freaky, even if I know that it's something bad, that it's something not real. My brain just fucking does not work. Okay, I hate this. No, 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 no. What is that? Eat it over? Okay, we wait until it like stops doing that because that just that sound is just okay. We can no. Oh no, child. Don't say so. I check out my map.
Has been pulled out of orbit due to rogue planet OGLE 2016 BLG 1928.
That's a weird fucking name, but pretty awesome.
Rogue planet Ogle flew in close proximity to Earth a few
Ogle is what they call
hours
it.
ago and entrapped Earth in its gravitational pull,
That's crazy, isn't it?
yanking us away from the Sun. As Earth continues to leave the Sun's orbit, we will continue to experience a number of detrimental environmental repercussions.
That last one won't happen because most of this radiation that gets blocked is actually from our ozone layer and the sun's magnetic field and our magnetic field. Well, our place in the solar system doesn't actually matter.
Including dramatic drops in temperature, confused and potentially aggressive wildlife, and change of atmosphere leading to increased exposure to radiation.
Oh, there.
The government has enacted a plan to remedy all of the potentially harmful side effects of losing our sun, and more information on that will be revealed in the days to come. Scientists report that we will no longer experience seasons, and eventually life on the surface will be impossible without artificial heat production. In the coming days, the leading scientists also believe the best thing to do is to conserve energy and food and attempt to gather as much fuel for burning future fires as possible. If you live alone, consider finding a neighbor or family member that will enable you to pool resources. Wildlife will most likely continue to act strange as light and temperature continues to drop. Food might become scarce in the coming days, and authorities urge individuals to hunt and share as much as possible before the drop in temperature reduces the ability to do so. Even though it has only been a few hours, there are already a number of reports of human beings behaving erratically. The erratic behavior seems to only appear in people with a specific set of genetic markers, and scientists are dubbing this new disease solar schizophrenia or solophrenia for short. So far, no cases of solophrenia have been reported to include violence toward others, but some have exhibited self-harming behavior.
Okay. We're gonna mute this again. I don't get jump scared by that sound. Let me check my video. It's not here again. I got 5 views. Guess let me just hop on. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up? Just checking my your phone. Gotta wait for this to hopefully this I don't want to get it. What's up? There it is.
The Earth moves past Jupiter, it has become increasingly impossible to remain on the surface of the planet. The globally used underground bunkers have been established to house the surviving population, and you are urged to contact your local authorities to secure transportation to the closest underground location. The bunkers are powered using geothermal energy, and there are reports that some bunkers are even utilizing UV lamps to enable the existence of some plants. Pets are allowed if they are not exhibiting solophrenia. Although all surface vegetation and almost all wildlife has ceased existing, officials from around the globe have started preserving some life from Earth's surface in the underground bunkers. Because of this, free space in the underground bunkers is at a critical level. Since the only locations suitable for the underground dwellings are locations with geothermal activity near the surface, scientists and engineers from around the world are creating an expansive network of tunnels and passageways that will enable magma to flow around the globe wherever we need it most. The venture is being called Project Holy Heat. Scientists have expanded potential sufferers of the disease to all remaining members of humanity. While it's not always possible to see manifestations of the disease, there are a number of signs, including hallucinations, slurred or incoherent speech, delusions, and a lack of emotional expression. If you are currently in an underground bunker and witness any of these symptoms or suspect someone of solophrenia, call and report them to the Bunker Safety and Protection Program, or the BSPP, at 248-434-5508.
Watching weird imagery.
Undoubtedly felt in your underground bunker, Project Holy Heat has failed. While the drilling was successfully completed, activating the flow of magma through the tunnels had an unforeseen consequence. Tectonic plates were disrupted and affected by the tunnels, and the heat produced through the tunnels, causing seismic activity across the entirety of the globe. Over 75% of all underground bunkers collapsed or were rendered inoperable due to Project Holy Heat's failure, and there are reports that some of the remaining tunnels are in danger of collapse as the surface oceans continue to freeze. The added weight from the frozen water is also affecting normal tectonic plate activity, creating sporadic earthquakes that can be felt around the globe. Due to the unstable seismic activity and the constant threat of destruction for the remaining bunkers, the remaining world leaders have developed a plan to attempt to break free from rogue planet Ogle's orbit and rejoin our solar system. The plan is to create a massive rocket that will produce enough thrust to nudge us in the direction we want to go.
I hope everyone realizes just how much thrust it would require. Now, you could get it done with like a G of acceleration, just like a tiny rocket. That could get the job done, is the thing. Problem is, it would take probably billions of years. And so if you wanted it done quick, you have to save humans from that too. Like, rocket could, like, Germany size in order to do anything. And of course, that was a giant atmosphere. The atmosphere is not. And yeah, that's all going to be frustrating.
And once free of rogue planet Ogle's gravitational pull, we'll only need to use thrust when passing the other planets in the solar system so we can remain on course. We passed Pluto last week, but if we can successfully break free from rogue planet Ogle, scientists are convinced the rocket is our only hope for survival. There have been no new reported cases of solophrenia. All bunkers are being asked to volunteer all available materials, especially any metals, wood of any variety, and gasoline. If you suspect any individual in your bunker of hoarding any of these valuable resources, please report them to the BSPP at 248-434. 5508. The fate of humanity may rest on your call. May God have mercy on us all.
I think God threw us to death on the surface and that's another. Why can't everyone just get on one side of the planet and jump at the same time? This is not done. I love how the final plan is just why don't we just take the planet and push it somewhere else? That's fair. May God have mercy on us all. I'm just saying, this is very good with us, but I think God already made his mind. Canadian Ice Age is good.
Do you play League of Legends? Microsoft has a brand new way to get Riot points.
Okay.
Emergency alert, May 15th, 2029.
Oh god. Sounds good.
Public weather alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert Ready. This is not a test. Please stand by. This message offers the same information as the previous broadcast in French. As of now on May 15, 2029, all citizens of Quebec State are on high alert due to an unusual weather formation. Snowfall has been observed in Quebec and surrounding states since yesterday, 8 p.m. and is believed to be a direct result of the situation in Eastern Europe, Northwest Asia, the Middle East that had happened 10 days prior. All citizens are encouraged to stay within their homes. Snowfall is expected to continue to fall over the course of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and up to possibly Monday. As of now, 90 centimeters or about 3 feet of snow has currently fallen in the tri-state area and is continuing to rise. All businesses, schools, and other non-emergency operations will be shut down, and all residents are highly advised to stay inside and to stay warm. If you currently are without heat or without power, please contact your municipal government offices, as emergency funds are currently being utilized to provide temporary relief for those who are currently affected. If you need authorities or medical emergencies, then be aware that all emergency services are still in operation, but all services might have a delay in being able to get to you. Stay safe and stay warm, and be sure to continue to check all media that you are able to. This has been a message from Public Weather Alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert Ready.
Only 142. This ends with June 20. That transition's really weird.
Emergency Alert June 17, 2029 Public Weather Alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert Ready. This is not a test. Please stand by. This message in English offers the same information as the previous broadcast in French. As of June 17, 2029, all citizens of Quebec State are on high alert due to an unusual weather formation. The snowfall that had been recorded on May 28 has so far not stopped and had currently exceeded all previously held records for snowfall.
We'll just point out that's 4 meters or approximately 12 feet. And that would reach my window on the second fucking floor.
All neighboring provinces and states have reported similar problems with the continual snowfall, and as of right now all road maintenance have currently stopped due to the heavy snowfall damaging equipment from heavy, concurrent use. All citizens are advised to current ration food supplies and other energy supplies as well. The power grid right now is being maintained as much as it can currently be maintained, but right now snowfall has exceeded 3 meters in most locations, with some local townships reporting snowfall as high as 6 meters and counting.
6 meters, that's 18 fucking feet. That's gonna reach like 2/3 of my room here on the second floor. That's good.
With heavy winds bringing in more snowfall. All roads are currently closed and obscured, and all supply lines have been exhausted and unable to provide relief. Emergency services are currently on high alert as well and are still in continual operation, but are currently hampered by lack of roads, lack of supplies, and lack of access to emergency vehicles. Food rationing will be in effect, and all citizens are currently advised to remain indoors and to remain around any source of warmth that they can find, whether it be a fireplace, electrical heaters, stoves, or other sources. All citizens are also advised to keep on hand emergency medical supplies as well for any medical emergencies, and to be aware that first aid is the first line of defense. According to all measures of weather reporting from various different sources, from both the Canadian Weather Services and the United States Weather Services, snowfall is expected to continue on through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Well, Canada might not be able to do shit to stop this. They certainly can't do because the Midwest. Well, Canada might be, but like Canada doesn't have as much resources. Okay, it'll fall quicker. The United States, we have these things called napalm, and like, listen, we could probably bring in like some F-16s, some napalm bombs, and some like Churchill Crocodile Sherman, and just light the fucking snow on fire. Just have a tanker drop oil on city and Houston. Congratulations, guys. You got heat. That shit burns hot. You'll be fine.
Saturday, Sunday, and well into the next week as well. All citizens hearing this broadcast are not to leave unless it is a serious emergency.
Okay. Chat, hold on. So, chat, I just want to do my first filming. That's not good. Because I don't get English. I really don't. Because what the hell are you guys going to do my first name? Like, oh my god, you have my first name and nothing else. Oh my goodness, you can get my whole I don't give a shit. I just didn't want to.
As leaving can be extremely dangerous in this current weather. Stay safe and stay warm, and be sure to continue to check all media that you are able to, whether through your local stations, your Loca Not L radio broadcasts, or through the internet and social media links. This has been a message from Public Weather Alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert Ready.
Okay. August 2021. Okay, so like.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Emergency Alert August 5, 2029 Public Weather Alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert Ready. This is not a test. Please stand by. This message in English offers the same information as the previous broadcast in French. As of August 5, 2029, all citizens of Quebec and surrounding provinces are currently ordered to evacuate affected areas and to head towards established sectors according to the Federal Emergency Response Plan. All citizens are required to provide identification, either in the form of passports, driver licenses, or any other proof of identification. All citizens who make it to established shelters are also required to turn over and provide any of the following items on them to any Canadian authority figures: food, medicine, extra clothing, money, electronic devices, batteries and other energy storage devices. All evacuees are expected to travel as lightly as possible with only the bare necessities for survival in any way that they can. Currently, though, all roads are currently beneath 14 meters of snow, so travel will be extremely difficulty. It is recommended to also cautiously use any remaining buildings only in a dire emergency, as currently 4 meters beneath the surface. All snow is currently being compacted into a glacial form that is destroying the foundations of every visible building seen. It is advised that if you are to use any buildings for shelters, to immediately leave if you hear cracking, quaking, or any other noises that indicate a building's foundation had been broken. If you, or anyone you know is injured in any way, please be aware that all emergency services have been suspended. All medical and law enforcement services and personnel have been currently evacuated to safety shelters. For all intent and purposes, there are no emergency or law enforcement services available, and all citizens are expected to apply first aid and common sense while heading to the shelters. As of now, all supply networks have been severed into Canada, the United States, and other parts of the world, as snowfall is expected to continue until further notice. All international travel has also been suspended due to the inability to manage flight plans and the inability for ships to leave various harbors. Excessive snowfall has also been reported in many parts of Europe, all the way down to North Africa. Stay safe and stay warm.
Just move to the probably control the paralyzed.
And be sure to continue to check all media that you are able to, whether through your local stations, your local radio broadcasts, or through the internet and social media links if such connections are even still possible. This has been a message from Public Weather Alert provided by Environment and Climate Change Canada and issued by Quebec Alert.
Imagine after I just went on one of those social media sites and being like, guys, it's safe to go out. Everybody go outside and sit there for 20 minutes and just don't have to keep the population's dead.
Ready.
58 days ago. That's oddly specific. Oh, this seems creepy. Like, notice type info here. Public, insert date and time here.
Hi everybody, this is No More
The flag of Canada.
Service Warning, c'est plus un message d'alerte. I'll try to do this in French and English. Je vais faire ça français, anglais, tout d'une shot. I can't do this anymore. Je peux plus faire ça. This is just me. My name is Jacques Renault. Okay, c'est mon nom. Je m'appelle Jacques.
Yeah, that's where it kind of just gets done. Anyways, that was that. You know, I don't have viewers. Darn, it's a shame. The right can't meme is fucking crazy. The right can absolutely meme, and it's funny. Yeah, it's called Chicago as one, dude. Bro, what the is that? What the is that? Why is there fish on it? Monty Python and all over else you know. I get what you fucking deserve. That's Trump realize the oh national like I said, I like bro respect for us, respect. I don't give a shit. Start crashing out. I like Trump really we won. Jackass the movie is crazy. Oh god. Oh, huh? I'm bored at this point. Oh god, that's Santa Cruz space. Um. Anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. Uh, oh God, my people crashed out of me. Welcome. like I should have come. Oh, damn. So, one second, guys. I have to do something. So, Stop. Yo, I got one concurrent view. You know, we're good. We are concurrent view. So now how you doing? Alright, so shit. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I think I'm actually chill on oh he would blood. Oh, just absolutely missed. It's a good run. Well, screw it, I'm getting back on. Let's get back on definitely. It's fun. Oh, no. Bodie's crashing with Alright, let's go there. That's it. Like, we're being honest. Oh. Motherfucker.